We have Forrest locked in his lockdown, and Tammy and Lana locked in their habitat, and Greg locked in his den. Same answer, Tammy, Lana, and Greg's lockdown.
Well, you're not going helpful.
Are you videoing, baby?
Mm-hmm.
This is Bam Bam. He's a male grizzly bear.
Uh-huh.
He's only about 7 years old, so he still is growing, believe it or not. Right now he's in the 700 to 800 pound range. And he's naturally, his weight does fluctuate a lot during the year. These guys put a lot of weight on towards the end of summer and in the fall, and they're a lot heavier at the start of winter. And then now he's pretty skinny, even at probably around 750 pounds. Now, male grizzly bears do actually have the capacity to get up to 1,500 pounds, but that depends on a couple of things. First off, they have to have really good genetics coming from very large bears themselves, and also it really depends on the nutrition that they get when they're really young, under 2 years old. Now, we're not sure of Bam Bam's genetics, and we're not too sure what he was getting. We got him when he was 2 years old, so we don't really know what he was getting before he came to us. So I would say for him, he'll probably end up somewhere between 1,000 and 1,200 pounds, which is still a pretty big animal. No? Okay. Well, I tried. Now you guys can see his front paws. He has these really, really, really long claws. They're about 4 or 5 inches long, actually. And grizzly bears are excellent diggers. In the wild, they eat pretty much anything they can get their hands on. It depends on the type of year, or the time of year as well. They'll eat grass pretty much first thing out of hibernation because it's easy and everywhere. Then they'll start eating berries, and they'll go after like roots and tubers and things like that. And these guys are actually excellent hunters as well. Not just with salmon, but grizzly bears are really fast. They can actually outrun a thoroughbred. So they do hunt down deer and stuff in the wild too. But these claws are used to really dig up in the dirt and really dig out the tubers and stuff like that. They have really good energy for them, especially in late summer and fall. And it's because of that, actually, that we have a little extra safety with Bam Bam's cage than we do our other cages. Cats are horrible at digging. They really cannot do it the way their paws are set up. So for them, we have the fence down about 1 inch or 2 in the ground, and that's all it needs to be. That's even more than enough. But for Bam Bam, because he is so good at digging, this entire fence is actually, you can see it right here on the top, it's laid in concrete, 2 feet across and 2 or 3 feet deep. So he cannot dig out. Definitely a little too much for him to dig out of. So this is actually the one cage that other people built. Normally we do all the building ourselves, the staff and interns, which is a really big money saver for us. It takes a while for us to fundraise to build the habitats, being a nonprofit. But this one, because grizzly bears are so smart and they're so powerful and they're such good at digging, we wanted a little more experience than what we have. We have excellent welders on staff, but we wanted a little extra strength. You can see, normally we just use the 1.5 inch diameter pipes for everything, but we have the 4x4 inch iron or the steel framing here, and everything is welded super securely. And then because he is a good climber as well, there's actually 2 hot wires running around the entire thing. So he cannot get out without getting a nasty shock, which when you're up that high, he would fall over backwards and back in there. And just a deterrent for him. Our black bears also have a hot wire too.
Have you ever seen them try to get out?
No. The hot wire actually, the far corner, all the way over in the very edge by the building, for whatever reason, the hot wire actually goes all the way down to the ground and cuts off about 3 feet away from the corner post here. And Bam Bam being Bam Bam, one of the first things he did when exploring his habitat is he ran right into the hot wire and found out what would happen if he touches it. And he's so smart that he knows, just looking up, that this line is the same as that line, and if he tries it, he will get shocked. Our black bears, we have one named Thunder, who's actually rescued along with Bam Bam. Thunder is a year younger than him, so he's 6 years old, and he is just as playful and energetic as Bam Bam is. And Thunder was actually so small when we first put him into habitat, we actually had to add a hot wire along the bottom of the fence because he was getting trapped underneath the other one. And these days, all of our black bears, I've been told, have tested the hot wire at one point, and they've found out you touch it, you get shocked, and once was enough. Except for Thunder. Thunder keeps trying it. And it's horrible, but it is the funniest thing, because he's kind of absent-minded, so he'll just kind of like bump into the hot wire, and then it's not a pleasant thing for them, and the whole reason behind it is so it's not pleasant, so they don't mess with the fencing at all. He just took off running and ran around the habitat and all the way back into the lockdown and just sat in his den for the next hour. It's like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. I am done for the day. Yeah, we can up the voltage.
Oh, okay.
It's adjustable, but it is up to grizzly bear codes. So we would not want to touch it. I don't think it would kill us, but don't really want to find out. Yeah, it would definitely hurt a lot. The black bear one, it kind of like tingle your arm and make it go numb a little bit, but the grizzly bear one, you don't want to mess with them.
What do you feed them?
We actually give them fruits and vegetables and protein as well. So the bears get a little more food than everyone else. In the morning we'll give them all produce, and in the evening they'll get a lot of produce and then their raw chicken as well. Bam Bam is being a little naughty.
He saw me from over there.
Okay.
That's great.
Oh. To give him? Sure. What do we have?
I'm sitting here really nice now. With a little tiny loaf of banana bread.
Okay, she's walking away. I just throw it in there with him? Yeah. Okay. You being good?
Oh, wait. Figured he would just bite the whole thing. Yeah.
He is. But Bam Bam here, actually like the rest of our black bears, this is the time of year that they would be out marking their territory in the wild. So if you've noticed when he was walking around, he had a very weird walk, especially with his back legs. It almost looks like he's limping on them. What he's actually done is he's locked his knees as he walks. And what that does, it makes him swing his hips side to side a lot more as he's moving around. And that action, combined with the fact that as he's walking he is urinating, it flings everything around a little more, and it creates a little bit more of it creates a larger area for his scent to go to mark his territory out. And all of our male black bears are walking the exact same way, so that's just them marking their territory, but that mindset of have to mark their territory overrules their I need to eat right now. So Bam Bam and a lot of the other bears at the end, we've had a lot of trouble with them locking them up at the end of the day. So we had to drop the amount of protein he was getting, because he was getting 5 pounds of chicken a day, and then he wouldn't lock up for 2 days in a row.